Hello, my name is Julia Flores, and I am co-founder and principal at CS for Success. Today we're going to be talking about Illinois State Board of Education's House Bill 2170. And in particular, we're going to talk about all of the pieces that have to do with computer science. We're going to be talking about a little bit about the history, the definition of computer science, what ISBE is asking schools to do, and what our recommendations are. It may be hard to believe, but computing devices have been around for thousands of years. They just looked very different than the ones that we have today. Back then, they were simple, single-function devices. So think the abacus. But in the 1800s, Countess Ada Lovelace discovered that you could tell a device what to do, and thus, computer programming was born. As you can imagine, these early computing devices didn't really have a place in most people's lives. Really, it was the educated that had access to computers, and even a smaller subsect knew how to program one. But today, things are very different. There are computers and devices everywhere. Think of your personal device. Think of your home appliances, cars, really everything. If it isn't a computer, it has a computer in it. And so, as you can imagine, computer scientists are in high demand. And educational institutions are rushing to try to help produce these computer scientists to fill this demand. So what's the big deal? Although computer science became a distinct content area back in 1950s, early 1960s, it's still one of the most recent content areas to hit the primary and secondary education scene. We are just now shifting our efforts into making national progress at expanding computer science education into the K-12 space. This means that there are some early movers, school districts that are trailblazing in computer science education. And then there are some that are still trying to figure out how to do this. How do we carry this out? How do you bring on a new subject or content area? If you are here, it means that at the very least, you're interested in making sure that your students have access to all of the opportunities that are out there, which is amazing, right? But some of us might actually still be wondering what computer science is and how should I do it? There is good news and there's bad news. The Illinois State Board of Education just passed House Bill 2170, in which they define what computer science is. Unfortunately, it is buried in a 200-plus page document. But do not worry. We read it for you, and we're going to tell you what those pieces are. So let's dive in. Let's get a better understanding of what this document says. For me, one of the most exciting things inside of this document is the definition of computer science. And that definition is, computer science means the study of computers and algorithms, including their principles, their hardware and software design, their implementation, and their impact on society. Computer science does not include the study of everyday uses of computers and computer applications, such as keyboarding and/or accessing the internet. To put it in less technical terms, computer science is the study of computers and the step-by-step instructions or algorithms needed to complete or solve a given activity/problem. Included in this area of study is the design of all the physical parts in the computer and programs within computers and their effects on society. Before we move any further, though, I feel it's important to let you know that there are two new requirements in this bill that seem very similar. And one is for computer science, the other one is for computer literacy. So what is computer literacy? ISBE doesn't necessarily define computer literacy in this document. However, we can extrapolate from the definition of computer science. It's the not part in computer science. Computer literacy includes the study of everyday uses of computers and the computer applications. So let's think of Google Docs, right? And it also includes keyboarding and accessing the internet. The important part here is that computer science is not computer literacy. So what are the facts? By December 1st of 2021, ISBE will have created a set of computer science learning standards and will revamp the course catalog to reflect these changes. This is an anticipation of the mandate that starts in 2023-2024, but we'll get to that a little later. In terms of computer literacy, for ninth graders entering high school in the 2022-2023 school year, they must take a course that includes intensive instruction in computer literacy, which can be a course such as English, social studies, or anything really. So think of your English class, but there's a unit that covers how to use Google Docs or how to do research on the internet. For computer science, by the school year 2023-2024, all ninth grade students must be offered the opportunity to enroll in a computer science course as outlined in ISBE's course catalog. Public high schools in Illinois will be expected to offer at least one computer science course to their students. So what does this mean? It means that by the end of school year 2022 and 2023, you have to have identified the teacher you want to teach this computer science course. You have to identify the number of courses or sections you want to offer. You have to identify the course itself out of the ISBE course catalog, identify the training for it, send your teacher, and recruit the students that you want in these classes. So what do we recommend? We recommend that you take this coming school year to prepare for delivering computer science in school year 2022-2023. You could then integrate computer literacy competencies into the computer science course instead of trying to redesign another course that you already are delivering. Thank you for joining us today. Until next time.